So essentially, the existence of Israel is a constant reminder to the enemy, the ultimate enemy, Satan, that God exists and that God is still moving today.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And in an encouraging sense, the battle, as you alluded to, Rabbi, the battle has already been won with the sacrifice Jesus made, or Yeshua, as our friends in Israel would call him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have the victory in him, and ultimately we know how the story ends, and therefore we're not going to live in fear. We're going to live in faith in God and in his promise. A lot of people don't know that the word Hamas is actually a biblical word that goes back to Genesis chapter 6. Now, the first thing you have to understand is in Arabic, Hamas is an acronym for the Islamic freedom movement that Hamas represents. And it also can mean bravery in Arabic. But again, Hebrew and Arabic are cognate languages. They are related. And so I don't think it's any coincidence that Hamas, that term of this organization, is in the Bible. In Genesis chapter 6, God looked at the world in the days of Noah, and he saw that the world was filled with Hamas, which literally means violence. And God was grieved that he made man, and he brought the flood upon the earth. Now think about this, right? This word Hamas means violence. It's connected to Noah. Jesus says, as it was in the days of Noah, so will it be in the days preceding the return of the Son of Man. So if in the days of Noah, there was literally Hamas violence, senseless hatred that existed in this world, this is exactly what we see being perpetrated by this organization. And it is so significant. And we mentioned how this attack happened on Simchat Torah. Well, one of the Psalms we read at the end of every prayer service on Simchat Torah and throughout all of Sukkot is Psalm 27 that talks about the prayer saying, deliver us from Hamas, deliver us from violent people and from the violent individual. So on the day, and part of the name that was used by Hamas in their attack was flood, which then ties back to Noah and the days of the flood, and God is grieved. God is grieved at the actions of Hamas, and he is not going to sit back and take this lightly. God is going to help Israel defeat her enemies.